So, good afternoon, everyone. So, can you type 1 kung naririnig nyo ako ngayon? Type. Ayan. So, mga nag-1 na. Okay. So, before we begin, please join me muna in prayer. Before we begin this webinar, please bow your heads and close your eyes. And Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to be together again in this webinar. Thank you for keeping our family safe and healthy. Guide the speakers for this afternoon, and also give us an open mind and open our hearts that we may able to observe everything in this webinar. We glorify your name, Jesus our Lord. Amen. So yan, so good afternoon everyone. My name is Jeric and I'll be your host this afternoon's webinar. So please type muna kung nasa at sa ating makulimlim, di ba? Ang lalim na hindi malalim na Tagalog yan. Makulimlim na hapon dito sa Metro Manila. For me, nasa Metro Manila ako at kumukulog right now, di ba? Type kung nasaan muna kayo mga part ng Pilipinas or mundo. We have from Nueva Ecija, yan, Nueva Ecija, di ba? Yan, Cebu, ating mga Cebuana. Okay. Ayan, so we have 42 right now. Sige, keep going lang. So we have Quezon City din. Sigurado umuulan na sa Quezon City, I think, di ba? Dito at kumikidlat, di ba? I hope kayanin ng internet ko at kumukulog sa labas right now, di ba? So, yan. So, kami have this islands in Cebu. So, okay. So, welcome dito sa ating webinar. Okay. So, check lang natin. Connection is getting good. Okay, yan. So, for this afternoon, we'll have a webinar about the home-based business right at your fingertips. Okay, so for our first-timers, can you type 2 para I formally welcome you dito sa ating webinar? Can you type 2? Yan, so Ms. Marilyn, di ba? Ginesa, yan, dami nating first-timer. So, welcome to this webinar. So, before we begin, I'll just flash guidelines natin para you have your guide pag start natin. Okay, so yan. So, for our home-based business right at your fingertips, our guidance is for this afternoon. So, sit up straight and do not be lying in bed with the attitude of learning. This is gonna be an informative webinar. You're gonna learn a lot this afternoon. So, please turn on your camera so that we can meet and get to know you better. Saka para i-message namin kayo pag nakakatulog na kayo ng konti, di ba? Para kita namin. Okay? So, put your mic on mute, di ba? I'll put everyone on mute na lang para hindi tayo ma-distract. And ready a pen and notebook and pen. So, take down notes kasi ang dami kayong matututunan this afternoon. And if you have questions and clarification, don't forget to ask the person who invited you. Okay? Wag mo na kayong mag-type sa chat. Di ba? Menu na i-message. Nakinig mo na kayo. Then, take down notes. Then, question nyo after. So, for this afternoon, I think our first speaker is ready na. Di ba? So, our first speaker this Monday, okay, is a subject matter expert in the BPO industry, a web and email support specialist, and a Sunday school teacher. Diba? So for our first speaker, so to discuss about the company, diba? So Miss Lara Binay. Miss Lara? Hello?
Hello?
Ayun, diba? So Miss Lara, hello?
Ayan. Malinaw ba? I'm not sure.
Yes po.
Clear yung audio. Ayan.
Yes, clear pa
Thank
naman
you so
po.
much, Sir Jeric. Ayan, maulan na pala dyan. Dito medyo maaraw pa. Ayan. So, maayos pa yung internet. So, thank you so much, Sir Jeric. And hi, good afternoon, everyone. So, we have 51 attendees. And thank you so much for attending this. And for sure kasi yung iba, di ba? Snack time or siesta time. And we appreciate your time. And hindi ko na rin naman patatagalin. So, for sure naman kasi pasasalamatan nyo yung nag-invite sa inyo later on. So, i-share ko na rin yung screen ko ngayon. So, Sir Jeric, okay lang po ba? Let me know kung okay yung screen. Ayan.
Yes po, nag-share na po siya.
Nag-share na siya. Ayan.
Yes,
so, ayan. So, thank you. Ayan. So, yes, I'm Lara Binay and I was a subject matter expert in BPO. So, sa call center. So, sino yung mga taga-call center dito? Okay lang ba? Raise your hand or type 1 if you're from call center. Yan, para makita ko kung sino yung mga, yung mga katulad ko na nag-call center before. Yan, so, And I took a Bachelor of Arts major in English before. And yeah, medyo malapit yan. Uy, may mga call center yan. Hi. Yan. So, Janessa and Sael. Yan. So, Bachelor of Arts major in English yung kinuha ko. And I ended up as a web and email sports specialist. Hindi naman ako techie talaga. Katunayan nga niya, si Sir Jeric lagi nag-aalala sa akin pag ganitong mga webinar, hindi kasi ako ganun ka-techie. Pero sabi nga nila, kahit hindi mo forte yan, hindi mo linya, basta nandun yung may malaking kita, lilinyahin mo. Tama ba? Diba yun naman daw usapan, kahit hindi mo alam, aaralin mo siya. And I've always wanted to be a preschool teacher, but I am more than blessed kasi Sunday school teacher naman, di ba? And I'm a mompreneur, yes, and I have a 19-year-old son. Single mom ako for 19 years. And ito ako before na-introduce sa akin tong opportunity na to, yan yung sa call center. So yung mga sabi kanina ng mga nagko-call center, yan, makaka-relate kayo. So I was not taking calls for 8 hours. So escalation, supervisory calls yung handle ko that time, mga report, coaching. And then ayan yung immediate boss ko. Yan, ka-close, lahat hanggang sa client namin, close talaga kasi sobrang yung dati kong work, parang family talaga kami doon. I was so happy with my job. And ayan, pag kami pagkakataon, di ba, power nap yan, kahit 5 to 10 minutes, very important yan sa call center kasi limitado talaga yung mga breaks yan. Dinumero lahat ng, per minute talaga kasi bayad din sa call center. So yan siya. Yan yung trabaho ko before, yan yung ginagawa ko sa call center. And very stressful naman talaga ang trabaho ng call center. And sobrang happy nga ako kasi flexible yung schedule ko sa day shift pa. Fixed din yung off ko. Ka-close ko yung mga bossing, di ba? And I was not looking for a side hustle. Okay lang ba? Gusto ko malaman kung sino yung mga naghahanap, na-invite ka ng side hustle or may racket daw, part-time. Gusto ko malaman, okay lang, type 2? Tingnan ko nga. Kung na-invite ka rito ng friend mo para lang mag-part-time, oh, yan, si Miss Marlene. Ayan, so ako noon, time na yon hindi talaga ako na-invite for part-time. Ano talaga ako? Ayan, so hindi ako naghahanap ng part-time kasi nga, happy ako, kontento naman ako that time. So, hindi ako open sa any opportunity. Katunayan nga, sobrang imagine mo kung bakit ako talagang masaya sa trabaho. Lagi ako nasa top 3 performers ng account namin. On top of that is the 2,000 salary. Imagine mo, no, 2,000, not salary, 2,000 pesos on top of my salary. Maliit siya, di ba? Pero I was so happy about it kasi nga masaya ako, okay yung trabaho ko noon. So, hindi ako naghahanap, pero one day, this guy, close friend ko, for sure yung nag-invite sa'yo, close mo yan. So, ito, close friend ko, trusted friend ko, he's like a kuya to me, and they have business in the US and mas malaki kinikita niya sa akin dito sa Philippines that time. In-invite niya ako sa office sa Enterprise Tower. So if you're familiar with Enterprise Tower, siya yung across the Philippine Stock Exchange sa Ayala. And it's the second highest paid building in Makati. So nung pagpasok ko doon, natutuwa ako, na-amaze ako kasi alam ko, pang malalaking company lang yun nandoon. So, I was not expecting this opportunity. Hindi naman niya ako sinabihan kasi kalad ka rin ako. Meron ba rito mga kalad ka rin? Ayan, kalad ka rin ako. Kung saan mo ako ayain, sasama lang ako. So, nung time na yon, and then, introduce na sa akin, I walked out. Kasi feeling ko, pagkakakitaan ako, feeling ko, yung tipong bebentahan ako o pagbebentahin ako. So, I was not open about any opportunity. Nag-walk out nga ako and then, napilitan ako makinig. Bakit? Kasi first, I trust the person. Second, wala namang mawawala sa akin. No commitment. Makikinig lang daw ako. Third, at the back of my head, alam ko na baka ayokong pagsisihan na baka dumating sa point na siya maging successful lalo, ako iwan sa call center. So sabi ko, there must be something about this opportunity na hindi ko naintindihan to think na successful na siya. So sabi ko, hindi pwedeng maiwan ako. Diba? Competitive. Ayan. So, malamang, yan din yung question nyo, bakit ba ako nandito, Miss Lara? Yun din yung question ko kasi that time na nakaladkad ako kasi baka ikaw, napilitan ka lang din sa friend mo. So baka kasi ikaw yung 4 na tao na to. Isa sa 4 na klase ng tao na to. Number 1, mamaya tanungin ko kayo kung ano kayo dyan. Number 1, looking for alternate source of income. Possible, di ba, since nagka-pandemic tayo, nagkaroon ng problema yung employer mo, yung business nyo, di ba, nawalan ka ng source of income, possible na layoff ka, or nabawasan yung oras mo, or may forced leave. So, sigurado, apektado yung income mo. And pangalawa, you're looking for a supplementary source of income. Baka ikaw kasi yung taong alam na alam mo naman na hindi ka blessed ka, hindi naapektuhan yung business mo, hindi naapektuhan yung employer mo, tuloy-tuloy yung trabaho mo. Pero you know for sure, before pandemic pa lang, hindi naman talaga enough yung kinikita mo, not only for yourself, but for your family. Tama? And pangatlo, baka ikaw yung naghahanap na ng panibagong career. Feeling mo, after how many years ka na nandiyan sa work mo, hindi na talaga yan yung gusto mo. Nagko-question ka na sa sarili mo na, ito pa ba talaga yung gusto kong career? Or after how many weeks or months na nagkaroon tayo ng lockdown to starting to midnight, 'di ba? Ano na tayo? Balik to MECQ na tayo. So baka inisip mo, kailangan ko na siguro ng bagong career. Or pang-apat, you've been praying for a life-changing opportunity. We don't know what you've been praying, but definitely everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens in accident. So for sure, nilagay ka dyan ng nasa taas para may magbago sa buhay mo kasi you've been praying for that. Or yung panglima, ikaw to, na sobrang nice mo, hindi ka makano. Sobrang nakulit ka lang ng friend mo for the sake of friendship. Matapos na nakakakulit niya, nag-yes ka, umattend ka ng webinar. Kasi ako yon. So, okay lang ba? Type mo kung alin ka dyan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or all of the above. Ayan. Tingnan ko lang kung pare-pareho tayo ng sitwasyon before. Ayan. So, wala naghahanap ng part-time. Tingnan ko lang. Ayan. Oh, wow. Ikaw lahat talaga yon. O yan, meron daw 5. So, napilitan ka lang. Okay? So, I'm telling you, yung nag-invite sa iyo rito, you will thank that person kasi angel mo yan. Makikita mo mamaya kung bakit. So, tuloy tayo. Etong number na to, hindi na to updated. So, more than that na yung mga trabahador or employees na naapektuhan. Ato, base lang to sa DOLE. What more yung outside the Philippines, malamang mas malalaki pa yan. Tapos, tumataas pa yung mga COVID cases worldwide, tama? So, mas malamang hindi lang yan yung numbers of figures na nakikita natin, tama? Na currently. And ito yung mga balita na nagsara yung mga business. Imagine mo, 'di ba? Yung mga ina-expect nating mga companies na hindi na malalaki, yun din pala yung mga nagsasarado. And it's so heartbreaking na marami talaga naapektuhan ngayon. And since marami na ring businesses nag-open and then nag-ECQ, nag-GCQ, nag-MECQ na tayo, I want all of us to ask these questions, 'di ba? Sagutin natin to sa mga sarili natin. Do we have the best of health? 'Di ba? Pag pumasok ka ngayon sa work or pag tumataas kasing COVID cases, 'di ba? Nakikipagsapalaran tayo para mag-survive tayo kasi we need it, 'di ba? Question, kaya ba talaga ng katawan natin? Kasi nga sabi nila matibay na ngayon. Immune system na yung labanan. So, healthy ka ba or yung buong family mo ba kaya ba ng katawan nilang makapagsapalaran lumabas? And are we financially stable enough to sustain our needs for another emergency? Possible nag-survive tayo for the past months na nag-lockdown tayo kasi meron naman talaga emergency funds. Pero ngayon, 'di ba, MECQ uli, malamang apektado rin yung employers natin. Are we stable enough para doon? Kasi hindi natin alam kung 2 weeks lang talaga yan or mag-extend pa. Yun din yung gusto kong itanong natin sa sarili natin. Are we lockdown ready for the next few weeks and few months? Kasi wala nga kasiguraduhan ngayon, di ba? Kasi wala naman ding vaccine for the COVID. So, those are the questions that we need to answer. Alright? And definitely, we can help. The reason why you are here in this webinar, kasi your friend knows that we can help. You have the benefits, you have the advantage, and this can add value to your life. So I want you to stay for the entire webinar. And this, what is this opportunity? It's the 21st century business. Diba? Ang 21st century business nga is health and wellness and online. Diba? Pasin naman natin yung mga naapektuhan talaga ng mga businesses, yun yung mga hindi online kasi nasa digital age na tayo. So, look at this one. Sabi nga ng NEDA, iyan yung talaga nagsusustain naman talaga ng economy natin, nagpapataas. Tama. And sabi ni Sir Francis Kong, industries that will thrive and survive during this crisis, of course, healthcare. Na-witness natin yan for the past months. Logistics, tama? E-commerce. And is this for me, Miss Lara? Yan din yung question ko nung nakaladkad ako doon sa office sa Enterprise Tower. You will never know if this is for you unless tapusin mo entire organization. If you think we can, or entire presentation, if you think we can work it out as a team, let's do it. If not naman, no big deal. Alright? Para lang fair sa'yo na nakita mo yung opportunity na makakapagpabago ng buhay mo. And does it work, Miss Lara? I will say, yes. Nag-work sa akin, nag-work doon sa friend na nag-invite sa'yo, and definitely it will work. Take a look at the picture. Yung mga tao na yan, all walks of life yan. Iba-iba yung profession yan. Lahat naging successful sa industry na to, sa company na to. Hindi kailangan lisensyado ka, hindi kailangan graduate ka. Kahit hindi sa industry na to, kahit yung industry mo ngayon or yung current job mo ngayon, nag-work naman, 'di ba? Bakit? As long as you have commitment, as long as you're willing to work it out, it will work out definitely. So ano ba tong company na to? Ano ba tong opportunity na to, Miss Lara? This is Yuzana. Okay, kung narinig mo na to, I want you to stay kasi maraming updates ang Yuzana ngayon. So, Sana, it's a cellular nutrition company. From the Greek Latin word kasi to. You means true, Sana means health. So from the company name itself, True Health or Tunay na Kalusugan, alam natin kung anong kayang ibigay sa atin. So itong Yusana, start siya sa Salt Lake City, Utah, USA. Andyan yung main headquarters natin. From manufacturing up to distribution dyan lahat. We don't outsource the products. Bakit? Baka kasi ma-compromise yung quality ng products. And our company has zero tolerance when it comes to error din. So very very keen sila pagdating sa quality ng products. So start tayo 1992 sa USA and then 2009 sa Philippines. So mga 11 years pa lang tayo dito sa Philippines. And yung pinaka latest natin is in 2018 sa European countries. And we are the only country na may 3 satellite offices. So we have 24th and 9th floor sa Enterprise Tower sa Ayala. And we have in Abriza Mall. And we have in Tech Tower, Cebu City. Yan, so Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So noong time na yun, bakit ako nag-walk out? Kasi feeling ko, di ba, fly-by-night company, puchu-puchu, yung chipipay ng company that time. Pero dito ako na-amaze, lumaki yung tingin ko sa Yuzana. Bakit? Kasi nga, yung Yuzana pala is NYSE listed. So if you're familiar with the Philippine Stock Exchange, listed si Ayala, si San Miguel, si Jollibee, di ba? Ang lalaking kumpanya niyan, ang lalaking mga korporasyon niyan. Doon sila listed sa Philippine Stock Exchange. Ang Philippine Stock Exchange normally nasa 40th, 50th, 60th, naglalaro siya ng gano'n sa global stock market. And NYSE is the number 1 in global stock market. And dyan tayo nakalista ang Yuzana. And publicly listed tayo, publicly traded tayo. Makikita niyo yung estado ng company natin online. And ano siya, zero debt as a company tayo. So very amazing talaga. And FDA registered facility din tayo. We fed approved. We have halal certificate din. Nakakarating tayo sa mga Middle East and we have kosher as well. So dito talaga sabi ko, mas mauuna pa pala magsarado yung kumpanya ko kaysa sa Yuzana. So talagang na lumaki talaga yung tingin ko sa company natin. And let's face it, ito talaga yung yung kinakaharap naman talaga natin. Health and finances. Especially, ramdam na ramdam natin yan nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, lalo ngayon may MECQ na naman tayo. So let's talk about health first. Ito, based sa WHO, 5 leading causes of death worldwide. Ito, mga cardiovascular, respiratory, cancer, and diabetes, and stroke. For sure, may mga kakilala ka or family member na meron ng sakit na to. So, saan po ba nanggagaling yung mga sakit na yan? Bakit ba tayo nagkakaroon ng sakit? These are the lifestyle disease. So, yung cells kasi natin, ito nasa left nyo, healthy cells, as a whole being, itong buong katawan natin, consists of many cells. Cells is the basic unit of life. So, capable mag-regenerate or mag-repair yung cells natin. And bakit tayo nagkakasakit? Kasi yung cells natin, as everyday na ginagawa natin sa buhay, na-expose talaga tayo sa mga free radicals. Ano ba yung mga free radicals na yan? Pollution, pesticides, GMO foods, poor diet, fast food, sometimes guilty pa rin ako dyan, and stress, tama? So, meron ba ritong hindi na-stress? Okay lang ba? Malaman, wave ka kung hindi ka na-stress. Malamang wala namang mag-wave, di ba? Kasi wala namang taong hindi na-stress. So, yan yung pinaka malaking factor ng mga sakit natin. Ang dami rin kasing stress-related illnesses. And yung COVID, hindi naman siya kasama doon sa 5 death causes, sa 5 illnesses na lifestyle na yon. Pero yung COVID na yan, bakit din naman may very fatal yan sa iba? Kasi cells din yung labanan dyan. Yung immune system. Bakit? Sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, healthy cells, that means kaya niya mag-repair. yung cells natin, paano siya magre-repair or magre-regenerate? Kailangan pakainin mo siya ng tamang nutrients, like antioxidants. Saan ba natin nakukuha yung mga kailangan natin pakain sa kanya para mag-repair siya? Sa food na kinakain natin everyday. Look, tong based sa RDA to, recommended dietary allowance, yan yung kailangan natin kainin in one day. So, kaya ba yan? Malamang hindi. Masakit sa tiyan, masakit din sa bulsa. Tama? So, kaya nauso yung supplementation from the word na supplement, susupply niya yung needs ng katawan natin na hindi kaya ng food alone. If you're taking vitamins, well and good. At least alam mo yung value ng pag-take ng vitamins. But if not, I suggest starting today, mag-take ka na ng vitamins. Hindi pwedeng bata pa ako, wala pa po ako nararamdaman. Kailangan talaga natin yan, lalo ngayon na may pandemic tayo. So, kung nagtitake ka ng vitamins, paano ko po ba malalaman, Miss Lara, if quality yung tinitake ko? Kasi, for sure, gusto natin yung quality kasi katawan natin yan. We only have one life, di ba? Hindi naman nare-replace yung katawan natin. So, para malaman mo kung quality yan, kailangan daw pasok dito kasi hindi naman lahat created equal yung mga supplements. Kaya nga may mahal, pag nakita mo sa shelves, iba-iba yung content niyan, ingredients niyan. Kailangan daw kompleto yan, balance yan, potent, what's on the label, yun yung kaya niyang ibigay sa'yo. Bioavailable, hindi ba yan tinatapon ng katawan mo or iniihi lang, nagiging waste lang. And panglima, safe ba siya? Which is very important. Bakit? Kahit 0.0001% ang bigay niyang toxin sa katawan mo, long-term use is gonna be harmful. May effect talaga sa katawan mo yan, yung toxins na yan. And malamang, Miss Lara, sasabihin mo, number 1 si Yuzana. Of course! Bakit? Wala naman pong company nagsabi na number 2 kami, number 3, or number 4 kami, di ba? Lahat ng company, natural, sinasabi number 1. Yan din kasing nung iniisip ko na na-discuss sa akin tong opportunity na to. Pero, what if it's backed up by third-party research? Just like Dr. Len McWilliams, he's not part of USANA, member siya ng parliament sa Canada. Inassign siya na gumawa ng Nutri-Search na to, itong book na to. May 6 editions na to. Alright? And per edition, iba-iba yung number of supplements na nakalista dyan. So, inassign siya dyan para i-compare yung mga vitamins na bibili to sa Amazon and sa mga bookstores. Malamang yung friend mo, pag tinanong mo mamaya, pa-check mo yung ibang vitamins na iniisip mo kung quality ba talaga, malamang meron siyang copy niya kasi meron na bibili na niyan sa National Bookstore. So, nakalagay din dyan yung disclaimer sa loob ng book na yan. Pag binasa mo, hindi siya ginawa para ibagsak or iangat ang isang company. It's for comparison purposes only lang. So, there are big companies na nakalista dyan. As we all know, sa US, sa ibang bansa, very strict sila dyan. Uso on demandahan, tama? Lalo na kung mga big companies ang involved. Imagine mo 6 editions na ang nandyan. They have to prove na mali yung research. So look at the manufacturer na listed dyan, Pfizer, Herbalife, Pharmaton, yan, ginamit ko rin yan before. Kirkland, di ba? Familiar na familiar tayo dyan. Amway, and Forever Living, Nestle, Abbott, mga malalaking companies yan, nandyan na lista. Nakalista dyan. Meron siyang criteria para i-rate niya. Yung criteria na yan, nakikita niyo dyan sa bottom right, yung completeness, potency, potential toxicities, yan yung mga importante na criteria na nilagay dyan. And ni-rate siya ng 1 star, 5 star gold, diamond, platinum as the highest. So, ito yung kinalabasan, yung rejuvenation, for sure, hindi naman tayo masyadong familiar dyan kasi sa US lang siya. Meron siyang red dyan, so may bagsak siya dyan. And then yung diamond, if you will see, meron din siyang red. Diba? Kaya yun, kung tutusin, makikita mo siya, puro green naman, pasado siya. Pero may mga red siya. And look at Yuzana. Why Yuzana is platinum rating? Kasi wala kang nakitaan ng bagsak na rating. Lahat pinasa niya. And it's very, very safe talaga. And it's not from Yuzana. It's a third-party research. And look at this one as well. So it's from Euromonitor International. Hindi rin naman po si Yuzana nagsabi niya na number 1 tayo sa Philippines. Right? So it's a third-party research din. And recommended and prescribed by doctors ang Yuzana supplement. So if you notice the PPD, ayan yung mga book of doctors dito sa Philippines, and Physician's Desk Reference, PDR, yan yung international. Even Dr. Oz, sikat na doctor sa Amerika, he recommends and trusts Yuzana. And ang good news dyan, wala tayong, pag chinek mo yan sa book of doctors, wala tayong side effect, contraindication, or overdosage. So very, very safe si Yuzana. And ito yung isa pa sa nagpa-amaze talaga sa akin, yung ating founder, si Dr. Myron Wentz, hindi siya yung typical na businessman na profit ang iniisip. He's a microbiologist and immunologist. And cells talaga yung inaral niya. Take note pala, buhay pa si Dr. Myron Wentz until now, masyado pa siyang malakas. And ito yung yung vision niya. Sobrang talagang napawawa ko, the Yuzana family will be the healthiest family on earth. Yun talaga yung goal niya. Kaya niya tinayo si Yuzana. And yun din yung naging advocacy namin. The reason why you were invited here. Diba? And si Dr. Myron Wentz nakatanggap ng Albert Einstein Award. Itong award na to, binibigay lang sa may malaking contribution sa life science. And siya yung tinatawag natin na father of cellular nutrition. All his life, cells talaga yung inaral niya. Alright? So, trusted din tayo ng mga athletes. We have more than 3,000 plus elite athletes worldwide. So, dito sa Philippines, we are the official supplement supplier ng Philippine Sports Commission. Pag pinag-usapan natin ng athletes, ito yung reason kung ba't kami nag-change ng brand ng family. Bakit? Athletes, puhunan niya katawan. Tama? Hindi yan magte-take basta-basta ng kahit anong vitamins kasi bakit? May medical sila eh. Kailangan hindi sila makitaan ng banned substance every time na i-check sila. Right? And they trust Yuzana, and we have $1 million athlete guarantee for them pag nakitaan sila ng banned substance. And until now, wala nakakakuha. So, ganun kasi si Yuzana. So, sabi ko kung athlete, pinagkatiwalaan nila yung Yuzana, yun yung puhunan nila sa profession nila, why not ako and ang family ko? And ito yung ating flagship product. For sure, familiar ka na rito. Malamang nakikita mo na yan sa bahay ng friend mo. Ito yung tinatawag natin Cell Essentials. Cell Essentials, ito, it comes in pair. Okay? So ito, it has 13 vitamins, 13 minerals, and 18 powerful antioxidants. And it's the only supplement na may intelligence technology. Miss Lara, ano po ba yung intelligence technology? Na ibig sabihin no, na-decode na niya yung communication ng cells natin. Kaya siya nakakapag-nourish ng mabilis, nakakapag-protect, and nakakapag-renew. Yung cells mo, siya yung naglalabas uli ng sarili niyang antioxidants. So talagang amazing siya. And patented na tong product natin na to, 40 years, walang ibang pwedeng gumaya ng formulation niya. Ayan. So, para saan ba ito, Miss Lara? This is for overall health or general health. Ang unang-unang mararamdaman mong effect dito is masarap ang tulog mo, mas energetic ka, better metabolism, and good bowel movement. Diba, hindi naman lahat ng Pinoy regular yung pagbabawas. Dito, nako-correct na yan. And healthier, younger looking skin. Check mo yung nag-invite sa'yo. Diba, malalaman mo yan kung talagang nagtitake ng vitamins. And it lowers cholesterol level. So, ano po bang kaya ibigay ng ating cell essentials? It can feed your cells in 30 seconds. Just like what I said, ito yung pag tinatanong sa atin, may vitamins po ba kayo? Ayan po siya kasi for general health. And if you want to focus certain part ng body mo or illness, may target ka na talaga, pati may certain na illness ka na nangangailangan, na kailangan mong tutukan, kailangan mo na ng optimizers, pang-boost na to. And hindi ko na siya i-discuss ng thoroughly. Bibilisan ko na rito for cardiovascular is Proflavanol C100. 20 times more effective than vitamin C and 50 times more effective than vitamin E. Diba? And antihistamine din siya. Pwede rin siya sa may mga asthma. And para sa mga may acne din, yan, ginagamit din yan, nire-reseta ng doktor. And pang-boost din siya ng immune system. And for the veins siya. And Coconut 30, this is for the heart and muscles. And pag athletic, very active, yan, yung madalas matamlay din. And good din siya sa mga elderlies, ganyan. Mga guys na gustong nahirap makabuntis, nire-recommend din siya. And for anyone na kakilala mo may problema sa puso, wag lang broken-hearted kasi hindi niya kaya yan. Yan. And sa mga matataas din ang blood sugar, yung mga diabetic na yan. Kasi for glucose metabolism siya. And we have for cellular function, Biomega. This one is the fish oil of Yuzana. Isa sa pinaka bestseller din to ng Yuzana. And for memory enhancement, di ba? May good for pregnant and breastfeeding moms din siya kasi may EPA and DHA siya for brain development ng baby. And ano siya, para sa may mga high blood, mataas ang uric, ayan. And sa may mga hormonal imbalance, yan, may mga PCOS, mga girls na hirap magbuntis, binibigay din niya. And for glucosamine, isa sa bestseller, lalo na nagkaroon ng pandemic, this will really help your immune system. Talaga focus niyan for immune system. And we have the policy. If you're looking for a quality vitamin C, ito siya, non-acidic siya. And I forgot to tell you kanina, yung sa Essentials din, pati ito, tsaka yung ibang products pa natin, wala siya nakalagay na no approved therapeutic claim. Pag sinabi natin no approved therapeutic claim, yun yung kino-commercial, di ba, na hindi to gamot at hindi maaring gamitin panggamot ng anumang uri ng sakit. Alam naman natin kung ano ibig sabihin nun, di ba? Lahat ng vitamins meron na. Pero sa atin, yung mga most of our products, wala nun kasi nilift na siya. So, alam na natin bakit. Kasi nakalagay rin doon sa bote, DR, drug registered na siya. So, it's ang quality kasi natin is pharmaceutical grade. Right? And for skeletal function, Magnical D, of course, this is for the health, and for bone health. So, para maiwasan natin yung osteoporosis. And good din to sa mga hyperacidic. And Procosa for the joints. I-replenish niya yung cartilage in between ng joints natin para hindi na siya maging painful. And para sa may mga rheumatoid, may mga arthritis, ayan, good yung Procosa natin. And pag athletic ka, gamit na gamit yung joints mo, I suggest start taking this one kahit bata ka pa. And for digestive health, Hepasil, ito yung for liver and kidney. May mga kakilala tayo na may fatty liver na, patakin na natin to. And if you want to achieve that glowing skin, ayan, take mo yung Hepasil. Bakit? Hindi mo na kailangan magpa-inject ng glutathione, which is not really healthy for our body, lalo na sa liver. Bakit? Kasi capable naman yung katawan natin na mag-release ng natural glutathione provided healthy nga yung liver natin. Yun yung kayang ibigay ni Hepasil. And probiotics, this one is for the gut health. Pag healthy kasi yung tummy natin, healthy tayo overall. And it's in powder form. And Vision X is for the eye health. Di ba, para maiwasan natin mga glaucoma, ganyan. And hindi naman ginaguarantee niyo sana nabababa yung grade ng mata mo. Pero based sa mga sinasabi ng mga clients, I personally, bumaba yung astigmatism ko dyan, tsaka hindi na tumaas talaga yung grade ng mata ko. And Phytoestrine, this one is for pre to postmenopausal ladies, and Pure Rest, natural melatonin na nire-release ng katawan mo niyan with the help of this. And hindi siya addictive, diba? Iko-correct lang yung sleep cycle mo. And Palmetto Plus for 40 years old and above na men, diba? Para maging healthy yung prostate function sa katawan nila, hindi maiwasan yung mga prostate enlargement, yung prostate cancer. And for children's health, ito yung US Animals for 2 to 12 years old na bata. For general health yan, overall health nila. Chewable siya, very safe siya, especially kahit yung mga may G6PD na anak, pwede siya, very safe. And it comes in yogurt flavor. So, Biomega Junior, ito po yung fish oil ng pang kids para mas sharp sila sa school, 'di ba? Tapos makorek yung mga mood swings ng mga bata, yung mga tantrums, yan. And talagang nire-reseta to ng mga pediatricians, especially sa mga batang may special needs. And for weight management, yung Nutri-Mill natin, it comes in choco, vanilla, and strawberry flavor. Ano po ba itong Nutri-Mill na to? It's health for gaining ng weight, gawin mo siyang dessert. Pagka gusto mo mag-lose ng weight, meal replacement siya. Diba? Hindi ka kakabahan na magugutom ka or baka masama sa katawan mo kasi one complete healthy meal siya. Mas healthy pa siya sa kinakain natin na regular. And wala siyang rebound effect. Bakit? Kasi kinokorrect niya yung cravings and metabolism ng katawan mo. Alright? And ito yung isa sa mga personal favorite ko, Celavive. So, nakakatawa yung Celavive natin. Yung makikita mo dyan, yung blue, it's botanical. And yung gray, it has intelligence technology. Di ba sinabi ko nga kanina yung intelligence technology, anong kaya niyan. And this one is for men and women. So, hindi lang pambabae po to, lahat po tayo may skin. Alright? And don't take your skin for granted. Bakit? It's the largest organ of your body. Kahit sabihin mo hindi mo sinusubo yan, ina-absorb ng cells mo yan. Pag pinahid mo sa skin mo. And let's be very careful when we put something on our skin. Kaya sobrang favorite ko rin to kasi nga, it has no paraben. Ano po ba yung paraben, Miss Lara? Yung paraben kasi is a family of formalin. Alam naman po natin kung para sa yung formalin, di ba? Di ba? Hindi naman natin parang para sa patay, yung buhay patay, ano yung feeling mo, iniimbasa mo ka na. So be very careful. Check din natin yung mga ibang items na pinapahid natin sa skin natin. And we have that lifting sheet mask. We have the latest of Celavive, the brightening series and exfoliating scrub and mask. Kakatry ko lang po siyang parang 1 week or 2 weeks pa lang ako nagtatry niyan. And ayan po siya. Bakit personal favorite ko siya? Ayan. 'Di ba? So kung ikaw may kakilala ka na may problemang ganyan, or ikaw personally, I suggest start using the products. So sobrang na-amaze ako kasi nga this was able to help me gain back my confidence. And yung latest din natin is the whitening toothpaste of Usana. It's all natural. May postbiotic siya. Yung postbiotic, it will help you with the good bacteria sa mouth mo. Para hindi ka kinakabahan. The next day, pagising mo, wala kang morning breath na kinakatakutan mo magsalita, di ba? Kasi baka maamoy. Yun yung kinokorek niya. And it comes in natural mint flavor and it has no fluoride. Hala, Miss Lara, walang fluoride. Di ba dapat kailangan ng may fluoride yung toothpaste natin? Yes, pero kasi yung yung tubig naman natin may fluoride na yan. And ang fluoride kasi pag nasobrahan ka, very harmful siya sa atin kasi toxin ang fluoride. So kaya siya walang fluoride. Bakit? Pag nasobrahan ka, imbis na mas maging maganda yung ngipin mo, baka mas masira pa and it has an effect on your brain cells. Alright? So yun yung mga products na meron tayo sa Usana. Lahat yan. And if for sure, if you have may mga questions na naglalaro sa isip mo, I want you to write it down para tanongin mo dun sa nag-invite sa'yo later on. And malamang iniisip mo na, ito gusto ko. Ito pwede sa mama ko, pwede sa kay ganito, kay ganyan. May mga naisip ka na pwede mong introduce na ng products na to. I want you to write it down then. And kung ikaw na-invite dito for extra income or for business, ito na po yung next natin. And yung i-discuss dito is kung paano ka kikita ng dollars while you're home at nasa Pilipinas ka and without quitting your job. And sabi nga ni Chinkitan, 'di ba, pag maganda yung products, maganda ang negosyo. So yun yung i-discuss natin and para malaman mo rin kung paano ako makakakuha ng lifetime discount. Alright? And hindi ko na po patatagalin. Ang good news dyan, hindi kasi ako yung magdi-discuss. O, diba? Yung magdi-discuss kasi niyan is the one expert talaga when it comes to compensation plan. And yung taong to, sobrang, bago ko siya ipakilala sa inyo, sobrang nire-respeto ko tong taong to. I don't know him personally. Dito ko lang talaga siya nakilala sa Usana from day one until now. Siya yung tumutulong sa akin at sa buong organization ko. Yung wisdom na meron siya, imagine mo, hindi mas matanda pa ako dito sa taong to, pero he's a guy full of wisdom and he's one of our top income earners dito sa Usana Philippines. So hindi lang ako yung nagrerespeto sa kanya at lahat ng mga associates sa Usana kasi kilala na siya sa Usana. He has a big organization sa Cebu, sa Nueva Ecija, and dito rin sa Metro Manila. Imagine mo, nakakatuwa kahit ganun na kalaki yung organization niya at ang laki ng kinikita niya, $2,000 in 1 week, 'di ba? In 4 consecutive weeks, yun din yung kinita niya na rin before until now, 'di ba? He's one of our incoming executive director, Ruby director ng Usana Philippines. Sobrang nakakatuwa. Ang laki na lang kinikita niya, ang laki na ng organization niya, and yet he's so humble and so nice. And nagbigay talaga siya sa atin ng oras ngayong araw na to. So, hindi ko na patatagalin, di ba? Kailangan ko nang pakilala siya para ma-explain niya na sa atin kung paano tayo kikita ng malaki sa Usana. So, okay lang ba? Let's all call on and listen. Kung nakikinig sa akin, mas makinig kayo dito sa mentor namin, Mentor Mark Mendoza.
And hi,
ayan.
Hi Lars.
Hello po, Sir Mark.
Yan. Clear ba ako? Clear?
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. If I may, can you make me a co-host sa webinar? All right?
Sige po.
So, thank you. Okay, so ayan. All right. Ayan, thank you. Okay, so thank you, Miss Lara Binay, for sharing us your time, explaining about the company, all right, and about the products. So I would like to greet yung ating mga respected guests, our first-timers, no? Welcome po sa Team Next Gen. Welcome to our webinars. And also yung ating mga bagong associates, no? So welcome then, right? And I always encourage you guys to attend this kind of webinar so that you can learn more about the quality of our company products and also the business. So my part for today is to explain to you basically how you can get compensated or how you can earn extra, okay, in our Usana business. All right. Even if you have your full-time job, okay, and how you can do this online. Okay, so I know a lot of you were invited, right, for an opportunity to earn online, may an online business, or part-time. Okay, so tama po lahat yan. And some of you were invited probably for the benefit of the product. Okay, so I hope you really listened well sana sa discussion ng products with Miss Lara. If you want to know more details about our products, okay, we have specific webinars that is discussing purely yung products natin. Okay, so you can attend with that as well. So before I start now, guys, let me just share to you how I got started with you sana very quick lang so that most of you can just to share a little context paano po ako napadpad dito sa USANA. Okay, so wait lang just share my screen. So, ayan, okay. So, before I start to explain the business side, guys, let me first introduce myself, right? And my name is Mark Anthony Mendoza. So, I'm one of the Ruby directors ng team natin. Okay, and the girl dyan sa picture is my wife. Her name is Sarah. Okay, so Sarah was actually the one who introduced this online business to me way back 2010. Diba? So, ganun katagal. Pero, right, mind you guys, I only got started with this business 2012. Okay, so I've been doing USANA now for 8 years. Okay, and I started doing this part-time, right, and online then. All right. So what happened was when this was introduced sa akin 2010, right, I did not really listen to the whole presentation. Okay, inoffer lang sa akin yung products, and I immediately turned it down. Right, so I would I would really encourage yung mga audience natin to listen until the end ng business side kasi I missed a lot during that 2 years just because hindi ko pinakinggan yung opportunity side ng USANA. Okay, so tama po yung shinare ni Miss Lara kanina. So I'm a registered nurse by profession. So 2010 when Sarah explained or offered the product sa akin, we were both working in London that time. Okay, so I was not looking for any opportunity. At the same time, I was not really that health conscious. Okay, so imagine mo sa abdo pa po ito na nakita. Kumikita talaga ako ng maganda din kasi sa work ko. So, why did I started with USANA? Sarah po kasi, she gave up our work 2011 to pursue USANA business. She went back to the Philippines. So, I got curious doon sa career move na ginawa niya because I told myself, how can she let go of her 6-digit salary for this type of business? So, hindi ko siya naiintindihan. Okay, so that got me curious. Now, 2012 was the year na napaliwanag siya sa akin. Okay, so bakit po ako nag-start sa USANA? Right? So, alam mo yun, ayan pala yung picture ko when I was working in London. Okay, 2010, di ba? So, bakas na bakas pa yung kahirapan ng buhay. So, alam mo yun, why did I start dito sa business? Okay, so guys, let me just share to you what I want you to look for because basically what USANA can provide is more than an income. Okay, so this is what I learned when this was discussed sa akin. Okay, the type of income that USANA can provide you. Tama, no? So of course, di ba, the need for us to boost our immune system and improve our health has never been that serious, di ba? Compared to ngayong nag-pandemic. Okay, now a lot of people has this realization as well if we are really pandemic proof in terms of our finances. Tama? So, yun yung share kanina ni Miss Lara. And this is what USANA can provide you. Okay, so ako po, I was earning good when I was working abroad, right? Pero the reality is, yung salary ko doon is active income. Okay, so let me just share to you guys, no? We have 2 types of income kasi normally, and we are not normally educated about this. Okay, so tayo, normally, if you are working for someone else, meaning to say you're employed, ang classification ng income mo is active income or linear income. So how does it work? Yung income natin, dependent siya sa effort or sa service na ibibigay mo sa employer mo. Meaning to say, if you don't work for 1 year, hindi ka sasahurin ng 1 taon. Tama? So, ang equation niya, no work, no pay. Tama? So, no matter how big of salary you're getting, okay, dependent pa din yung finances mo, okay, sa situation you can still work for your employer. Diba? Kaya madaming naapektuhan ngayon nung nag-lockdown and all. Diba? Bakit? Kasi no company can sustain yung magpapasahod ng empleyado nang hindi nagtatrabaho for them or not being productive for them. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with this. But I want you to look at what I'm going to discuss to you next is what I saw in USANA, basically what we call passive income. Okay, so when we talk about passive income, normally this is how it works. This is an opportunity that at first, you're gonna have to exert effort. So kung halimbawa may work ka, you can do this part-time, extra income. So you're gonna exert extra work. So may disclaimer po ako ha, if you're looking for something nakikita ka na wala kang gagawin, di ba, USANA is not that. Di ba, no? Kasi wala pong ganon. So when we say passive income, this is sa simula, i-workout mo siya, and then you're gonna earn, pwedeng malaki, okay? And that's what I'm going to discuss to you later, or pwedeng maliit sa umpisa, right? Pero ang benefit nito is this. Right? As you build your USANA business, this is what happens. Paliit ng paliit yung effort mo in time to the point na kahit hindi mo na siya asikasuhin, pero yung income mo, tuloy-tuloy siya na malaki. Tama? So this is what we call pandemic-proof income. Why? Because this can still provide for you and your family regardless if you can work or not. Diba? So that's the exciting part. And ako po, what I really went after USANA is yung passive income kasi ayokong mag-work until I'm 60 na nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa just to earn that 6-digit salary. And I was able to see that I can earn in USANA business. Okay? So yun po yung gusto kong i-share sa inyo. Now, let me start. Okay, what are the advantages of our business? Okay? Now, once you start here, right? Once you start your USANA business, ito yung mga strengths niya. Number one, okay, no employees, right? So what am I saying about no employees, diba? So if you're a person with a business background, you understand what I'm saying. Diba? One of the challenges establishing a business is dealing with employees, diba? So pag hindi pasok empleyado, we have to cover that for that employee and all, diba? So dito, you don't have to pay, okay, ang mga empleyado, right? What else? You don't have a boss. Okay, so pag nag-start ka sa USANA, our relationship is not gonna be employee-employer relationship. The relationship here is we are all business partners. Okay, so you don't have to answer to anyone else, right? Next is you don't have to deal with rental fees. One of the challenges ng mga negosyo, okay, nung nag-lockdown is they have to close down but they still have to pay yung mga rent nila sa mga pwesto nila. Now with USANA, everything is done online. You not have to pay for any rental fees. Okay, next is this can be done part-time. Okay, so I want to highlight this no because a lot of people, right, ang major concern nila, okay, is that they don't have enough time. They don't have time to work out yung sana business. Well, in fact, you have. Diba? So, anong ibig sabihin ko doon? Even if you have your full-time job or whatever kung yung pinagkakabalan mo ngayon, ministry, family, or what, diba? If you have that 30-minute, 1 hour, diba, a day to spend watching television, then you have time, okay, to build your USANA business. Kasi doon lang pwede siyang mag-start. Diba? Doing this online, 30 minutes to 1 hour per day, diba, can get you a part-time income. And also, this is an excellent source of income. Okay, so mamaya po explain ko sa inyo how you can get big money, right? Or get well compensated dito sa business natin. Okay, now, right, I know madami sa inyo na nagustuhan yung products ng USANA nung diniscuss. Ako po kasi, when this was explained sa akin, I'm not particularly into supplementation, pero when this was explained, di ba, as a responsible adult, no, na-realize ko that I really need to take care of my health first. Di ba, normally tayo pagka parent kang inisip mo yung sa anak mo muna or yung sa parents mo, kaya lang, we never realized that pag tayo mismo ang nagkasakit, we're gonna stop earning kung yung income natin is no work, no pay. Diba? Then we become a liability instead of an asset. Diba? So kakarguhin tayo ng parents natin. Ang masakit, pag tulad ko, may dependent ka, hindi mo kayang mag-provide dahil nagkasakit ka, diba? Kawawa yung dependence natin. Right? So the first thing that we need to take care of is yung health and personal health natin because our body is our money-making machine. Okay, now, my question, when you sana was discuss sa akin, sabi ko, okay, maganda yung products, I'm gonna use the products because I wanna maintain my health and my family's health, right? But the thing is, how come hindi siya pwedeng bilhin sa mga drugstores, sa mga pharmacy? Okay, hindi siya pwedeng bilhin sa mall, right? Why is it not sold over the counter? Diba, no? So, let me explain to you guys the advantage of the distribution sana and why the owner pinili niya talaga yung distribution natin, not the traditional one. Okay, so when we talk about traditional distribution, this is what normally happens, right? Every product, not just supplement, not just medication, literally every product comes from the manufacturer, correct? Now, tayo po, we call ourselves consumers. Tayo yung bumibili to use the product, tama? My question is this, do you normally buy your product from the manufacturer? Di ba the answer is no? Okay? What happens is, as a consumer, we buy it sa retailer. So, sino yung retailer? Ito yung Mercury, ito yung Manson, yan si SM. Okay? Yan yung tindahan sa kanto nyo. Tama? Okay, so we don't see what happens in the middle, right? Yung distribution from manufacturer going to the retailer. And this is what happens. Example, let's talk about a particular brand, Centrum. Okay? Ang market price ng isang tablet ng Centrum, okay, is let's say 12 pesos per tablet. You buy, okay, as a consumer, you buy that 12 pesos per tablet sa retailer. Okay, so sa SM ganyan or sa Watsons, tama? Pero does it really cost 12 pesos to make that one tablet of Centrum? The answer is no. Okay? What usually happens is, right, nag-i-increase yung price niya, okay, because of the middlemen. So, sino yung mga middlemen? National distributors, regional distributors, wholesalers, retailers. Pinakamalaking gastos pa dyan is yung advertisement, commercial endorsement. Tama? Okay, so, para ma-compensate yan, ipapatong lahat yan ng company doon sa final cost ng product. Okay, so 70 to 90% ng cost ng produkto napupunta lang dyan sa middleman. Right? So, dito, ang actual cost ng isang tablet ng Centrum is only 2 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, you're paying 12 pesos para sa 2 pesos quality. Tama? Napupunta lahat siya sa distribution. Now, you sana can use this as a mode of distribution, but the owner chose not to. Okay, why? Because yung owner po ng news na is not a businessman. The owner is, his name is Dr. Myron Wans. If you're gonna look back, he's a scientist, right? His main objective is quality first over profit, diba? So, alam mo yon, kaya ang ginawa ni Dr. Wans, he did not use traditional distribution. That's why we're using, okay, number one is what we call direct selling. Partly, we are partly direct selling. So, how does direct selling work? Okay? So from manufacturer, bababa yung product sa distributor and then goes to your consumer. Okay? So a perfect example is Avon, Natasha, tama? So these are direct selling companies. Okay? If you will observe, okay, kung bibili ka ng lipstick sa Avon, mas mura yon kaysa sa lipstick na bibilin mo sa mall. Why? Kasi ang may patong lang doon is yung friend mo na may daladang brochure. Tama? Wala na yung mga middleman. Okay? So, Usana is partly that. You can use that. You can earn through that. But the only concern with that is not everyone is willing to sell. Tama ba? Okay? So, Sir Mark, hindi ako mahilig magbenta. I don't know who to sell to, right? So, how can I benefit from Usana? Okay, that's why Usana use mobile marketing or network marketing distribution. Okay, before your mind closes, I want you to listen very carefully. Iba po yung distribution natin. We're not based on recruitment. Ibig sabihin, even if you have a lot of people that joins Usana, you're not gonna earn from that. Okay? Tayo po, kikita tayo through promotion. And that's what I'm going to explain to you guys. Okay? So basically, this is how it works, our distribution. You get directly the product as a consumer to the manufacturer, which is Usana. Okay? Now, how do you earn, right? Just promote the brand. How do you promote that? Okay, we're gonna teach you that, right? We have specific trainings for that and all. Okay, pero this is what happens. If you are willing to promote the brand and the business and people starts using the products because of you, yung kinikita po ng mga middleman, yung i-compensate nyo sana. Okay? And everything is done online. Okay? Now, let me start. How do we earn, right? I want you to lend your ears right now and understand what I'm going to discuss. Okay? Kasi most people, after the presentation, sad to say, ang nare-retain lang sa kanila is they have to sell the product to earn. When in fact, it's not just how you earn in Usana. Okay? Welcome to the 6 ways to earn in our Usana business. And I would like to emphasize that the number one is retail sales, or this is the direct selling part. Okay? So why am I emphasizing this? Because that is just number one. Tama? So gusto ko pong pakinggan nyo din mamaya yung 2 to 6, right? Yung benta-benta, isa lang po yun. If hindi mo feel magbenta or you don't know how to sell or who to sell these products to, that's how you can earn different ways. You just have to listen afterwards, okay? So how does it work, all right? USANA is a membership purchase. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I'm very sure you're familiar with SNR. Tama? So paano yung SNR? USANA is pretty much the same, pero we have more advantage being a member ng USANA than being a member ng SNR. Tama? So membership purchase works this way. Hindi ka pwedeng bumili sa SNR if you're not a member. Tama? So SNR requires you to avail that card, di ba, para maging member ka and then you can buy from them. Tama? In USANA, somehow it works that way, pero it's a little bit different. Okay, so paano yan? Once you decide to be a member of USANA, you can buy our product directly online sa company or over-the-counter office. Okay, so what we do mostly is online right now. Tama? Now, this is your advantage. If you are a member, you will get your own ID number. ID number gives you 25 to 35% discount off the product. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, may discount ka. Unlike SNR, you don't get a discount from that. Okay? So, now, example, Centrum, alright? I'll explain something about pricing. Centrum, one tablet costs 12 pesos. Okay, now, according to the comparative guide, right, Centrum, yung quality niya is only 1 star, whereas China, quality natin is 5 star. Okay? So, it's safe to say that our product should cost around 60 pesos per tablet. Okay? So, mahal ba yan? The answer is not, because you're getting what you paid for, which is 5 times the effect of Centrum that costs 12 pesos. Tama? Okay, now, here's the good news. You're not gonna pay 60 pesos per tablet. This is how competitive our product price is. Per tablet, you're only going to pay 17 pesos. So, sobrang mura na niya. Okay? Even na we have 5 times the quality ng Centrum. Right? So, I hope that makes sense to you. Now, I know a lot of you are a bit familiar with USANA, na ang impression, mahal siya. Tama, no? Alam mo yun, madami ako nakausap na ganito. Familiar ako sa product ng USANA, Mark. Maganda yun. Okay, I've heard maganda yun. Kaya lang, sobrang mahal daw. Diba? The reality is, hindi po siya mahal. Okay, let me explain. Right? As a member, look at this. When you retail the product, you get it ng 17 pesos SRP. Pero once you become a member, all right, listen up, you get 25 to 35% discount. So per tablet, nakukuha mo lang siya ng 14 pesos per tablet. Tama? So, may savings ka na 3 pesos per tab. Kaya sobrang laki ng USANA, which we call essentials. Pair siya, di ba? Pair, yung 2 bottles na yan, that's a total of 224 tablets. Now, if you're gonna buy that ng SRP, 17 pesos per tablet, yung pair na yan, it costs you 3,900 pesos. Dito na po nagsisimula yung impression ng mga tao na mahal siya. Kasi matik 3,900 agad. Pero, if you're gonna think of it, that's 224 tablets. If you take it ng once a day, it's gonna take you 3 months and 3 weeks bago maubos yung pair na yan. So, ibig sabihin, mura talaga siya. Madami lang yung laman pag binili mo, kaya nagmamahal yung price. Okay? Now, pag discounted mo yung nakuha, you only pay for 3,250. So, ang savings mo dyan, may 650 ka. If you're gonna sell this at SRP, okay, dahil member ka, may 650 ka na pa to, which is pwede na, right? Ang minimum natin sa Manila, okay, for 8 hours of working, minimum wage pay is around 550 pesos lang. Tama? And this, you don't have to work for 8 hours. Okay, you can even promote this online. Tama? Okay, now, that is our retail part, right? I want you to listen up to the second way to earn. This is where we earn big money. Okay, so how does it work? Alright? So, ganito po siya. Remember, I told you, once you become a member ng USANA, you're gonna get an ID number. Okay? So, that ID number, right, allows you to buy the product at 25 to 35% discount. Okay? And then that ID number also has a counterpart account. Okay, so listen up. That account we call that business center. All right, so anong benefit mo doon? That business center earns you commissions every single week. Okay, so how does it work? Pakinggan ko ito yung discuss ko. Okay, so ganito po siya. Lahat ng products ng USANA, meron niyang equivalent points. Tama? Sounds familiar? Right? I know you're familiar with this because almost every company's right, are using pointing system right now. SM Advantage Card is one example. Okay? Ang Starbucks may pointing system din. Ang Coffee Bean may pointing system din. Petron, Shell, whenever you buy with them, okay, tapos may card ka, you earn points. Tama? But here's the difference. Okay? So companies na yan, like SM Advantage Card, whenever you buy products from them, you get points. You save that points sa card mo, pero you cannot encash that. Only you buy products from them. Okay? Here's the difference with Usana. Okay? You have an account with Usana called Business Center. Now, every single week, once you buy products, yung products na yon, meron siyang equivalent points. Yung points na yan ay ipon. At the end of the week, Saturday, 2 p.m., okay, kung yung accumulated points na yan, that is going to be paid, okay, in US dollars. Diba? So, okay ba yan? Points, tapos yung points na yon, i-convert ng US dollars. Okay? So, how do we do that, right? So, let me explain to you first how you can earn points, okay? So, pag nag-start ka, check this out. You will have your ID number. Yeah, that ID number has an account. We call it Business Center. Okay, now, this is how it works. Your ID number or your Business Center, you will have two teams, your left, your right team. Okay? So, Mark, bakit kailangan ko ng left team and right team? Simple lang, para hindi lang ikaw yung magbebenta ng produkto. Okay, so this is what will happen. Once you start, okay, ano pong role ko, paano kayo work out yung business? Ipo-promote mo lang yung Usana online and we will teach you how to do that once you become part of our team. Okay, so normally, yung process natin, producing Usana to them, okay, some people will use, okay, some people will retail, magiging interested to sell, alright? And some will be business builders like us, okay? Now, this is how it works. When we talk about users, just gonna buy the products, so may kita ka na sa retail sa kanila kasi you're gonna sell the products to them. Pero there are the second type of users that wants to be a member for the discount, okay? Retailers will be a member as well for them to get the discount so that they can sell, okay? And also business builders, ito yung interested sa weekly commission. Now, this is what will happen. Every person, okay, that decide to be member, you will link their ID number. Di ba magkakaroon sila ng sarili ng ID number? You will link that either to your left team and your right team, okay? Tapos ganito po siya. Lahat po ng sales nila, 100% mag-credit yun sa'yo. Okay, so group sales volume po tayo. Okay, so let me be more specific, right? So example, this is your account, halimbawa, that blue box that says you. And then this is your left and your right team. Now, let's say you started with us and then you promoted Usana, okay, started inviting friends into our webinars. We'll conduct the webinars for you, right? Now, let's say you have one friend named Jen and then Jen decides to be a member. Okay, now, when Jen becomes a member, yung ID number niya, it is required, right, to be connected to your ID number. Okay? So ikaw ngayon, magde-decide ka kung sa left team or sa right team mo siya i-place. Halimbawa, nilink mo yung ID number niya sa left team mo. Nandiyan yan. Okay? So let me emphasize this. You're not gonna get paid on recruitment. So kahit mag-member yan at buong pamilya niya, wala tayong kikitain doon. Okay? Hindi tayo kumikita sa ganun, right? Pero this is what will happen. Di ba may ID number din si Jen? Di ba she can buy on her own directly sa Usana? Okay? Pero yung products niya may points, tama? Look at this. Let's say yung purchase ni Jen is equivalent to 500 points. Yung 500 points na yan, magkikredit yan sa left team mo. Okay? Now, Mark, do I get paid from this na? Not yet. Okay? May specific computation yan. Elaborate ko later. Okay? So, required din na dapat may sales yung right team mo. Okay? So, this is what will happen. For example, you have another friend named Bob. I-connect mo naman yung ID number ni Bob right team mo. And same process. Whenever Bob buys products online, for example, even without you knowing it, trace ng system kung yung equivalent points ng purchase niya. Tapos magkikredit yun sa'yo. Okay, make sense? Right? And this is where I don't want you to miss out. Listen up, look this. Check this out. Let's say Jen, okay, started promoting Usana or building the business. Look at this. Halimbawa, merong nag-member kay Jen, his name is Mel, okay, na hindi mo naman kakilala. So, meaning to say, this is Jen's market, okay? Check this out. Yung bibilin ni Mel, kung ilan yung points niyan, magkikredit yan kay Jen, and then magkikredit din yan sa'yo. 100%. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin? One person whose ID number is nakalink sa account mo, lifetime plan, and 100% ng market niya, captured mo na. Okay? So, yun yung maganda sa kanya, right? This will be the picture of your business, your account in Usana after a couple of months. Possible ba na hindi mo nakakilala or hindi mo na customers yung mga yan? The answer is yes. Possible yung mga yan, customer ni Jel or ni Mel. Pero look at this. nakalink yung ID number nila sa'yo, this will happen. Every single time they purchase, yung total ng points, nagka-credit sa'yo. Okay, make sense? Ganon din sa kabila. Okay, so yun yung maganda dito sa business natin. Now, how do you convert this mark into commission? Okay, so check this out. Let's say nag-cut off tayo. So ang accumulation po ng points is from Sunday until Saturday 2 p.m. Alright, so example, Saturday 2 p.m., this is what accumulate, this is yung points na nag-accumulate sa lefty mo and righty mo. 2-1 sa left, 1-8 sa right. Okay, so ang computation niyan is always yung small side mo, i-multiply siya sa 20%. So in this case, 1/8 times 20%, that will be your commission. Ito po, sa case natin yan, that's 360 pero US dollars yan. Tama? Tapos ang advantage natin, yung exchange rate natin, naka-hedge yan from the exchange rate right now. Tayo po, per dollar is 53 pesos. Okay? So yung $360 mo, that's already 19,080 pesos. Tama? Pwede na ba yan part-time income 1 week? Diba, no? So I get this a lot. Mark, bakit ang laki niya? Parang too good to be true. Actually po, hindi po yan malaki. If you're in the US, if you're in Canada, or in Australia, ang $360, hindi po yan malaki. Tama? It just so happen na we get the same compensation pero nasa Pilipinas ka, tapos kino-convert siya into peso. Tama? So yun yung advantage natin. Okay? Now, next step dyan is ima-minus na or ila-less na yung points na binayaran sa'yo. So in this case, 1/8 is the small side that will be subtracted left and right. So yung small side mo, 0 na yan. Yung big side mo, may remaining points. What will happen dun sa remaining points? That will be carried over the following week. Idadagdag siya doon sa sales ng team mo na yun. Okay? So example, the following week, nag-accumulate naman sa left team mo, 3,500. And then sa right mo, meron namang 4,500 points. So how do you get paid dito? Yung 3,500 naman, yung i-multiply sa 20%. So in this case, you can earn $700. Okay, that is equivalent to 37,100 pesos. Okay, I would like to emphasize, hindi mo sales yan mag-isa. Tama? Lilinawin ko po, hindi mo yan benta mag-isa. Bakit ganyan kumita sa'yo sana? It's because group sales volume po siya. Okay? That is why nag-start ka dito, you're not gonna do the business on your own. You have the whole group assisting you and providing what you need to work out the business. Kasi ito yung hindi gets ng madami. Yung sales po ng isa, commission po yan ng lahat ng team member. Tama? So hindi kailangan na magaling ka. If you to earn dito sa weekly natin, kailangan lang team player ka. Tama? So pag nag-start ka, if ang question mo mamaya, hindi ko po alam kung paano siya gagawin, okay lang as long as team player, you're willing to learn. Tama? So, ganun lang siya, right? Now, this is our weekly commission. Of course, you're not gonna start on your first week ng malaki agad yung commission mo, like $700. But people do that, right? Pero let me give you a realistic projection. And this is our table of commission, okay, and ranks, okay? So, you can start, once you start, no, you can first earn $25 in 1 week. Okay? So, if you're earning this, right, sa isang buwan, meron kang $100. Diba? So, not bad. That's extra 5,000 pesos 1 month. Tama? Di ba may mga promotion na wala namang 5,000 na nadadagdag? Diba? So, hindi na siya masama. Plus, online, nasa bahay ka lang. Diba? So, yun yung maganda sa kanya. Now, you can increase your income. Our regular part-timers, meaning to say, people who's doing the business for a good 3 to 6 months ng consistent, and really studying how the business works. Okay, they're earning around $100 to $200 per week online, part-time. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin? Kahit na mag $100 ka lang per week, sa isang buwan, that's extra 20,000 pesos per month. Diba? Malaking bagay na yan. And the girl, the lady na nagdidiscuss na, si Miss Lara, ang rank niya po is she is a silver director. Okay? So, when you say your director, these are the people who's getting 5,000 points left and right. So, ang commission po niyan, maximum yan, $1,000 in 1 week. Diba? So, ganyan po kalaki yung pwede natin kitain dito. Now, pag $1,000 per week na yung commission mo, for 4 consecutive weeks, your account becomes gold director. Okay, so just to give you a projection, when we talk about gold directors dito sa USANA, they are the ones who's earning an average of $200,000 pesos per month. Diba? No? So yes, you can earn that, okay, part-time online dito sa USANA. And as your rank goes higher, mas lumalaki yung income natin. I know you have a lot of clarifications and questions about weekly commission. So I do encourage you guys not to talk to the person who invited you after this webinar. Alright? Huwag kang magtatanong sa kapitbahay mo o kaya sa kasama mo sa bahay na hindi naman nakapanood nito. Right? So yan. Now, number 3, let me explain to you the third way to earn in Usana. This is a bonus that you can get every single week on top of your weekly commission. Okay? So how does it work? Right? Meron lang itong requirement called Premium Platinum Pay Setter. So saan na namin i-explain yung requirement yan, pero madali lang yan. Now, if you are new associates naman and you don't know how to get that Premium Platinum Pay Setter, attend ka ng webinar natin. Okay, tanungin mo yung sponsor mo on how to get that. Right? So here's your bonus. You're gonna get 15% lifetime bonus. 15% what? 15% of all the income ng mga tao na magiging sponsor mo sa Usana. Okay, so what are you talking about, Mark? This is how it works. So, I just explained to you how to earn sa weekly commission. Okay, check this out. For example, you joined sa Usana and then this is your account. Okay? And then you have a couple of friends na nag-start din. Okay? So, let's say 4, right? So, not limited to 4. Example lang yan. Okay? Kahit isa nga lang eh. Okay? So, check this out. Meron kayong sarili ninyong account sa Usana, right? So, let's say, ikaw, kumita ka ng $800 sa weekly commission. And your other friends earned as well. Okay? So, tatandaan mo to. Yang commission nyo na yan, hindi yan mababawasan. 100% papasok yan sa mga personal bank account nyo. Pero, here's your bonus. Okay? Because ikaw yung sponsor nila. Meaning to say, ikaw yung nag-introduce na, okay? What Usana will do is match yung 15% ng total earnings nila. Tama? Okay, so on this case, ang total earnings nila is $2,000. Times 15%, that's 300. Okay, dadagdag ngayon yan sa weekly commission mo. Di ba masaya? Okay, once you start, tutulungan mo yung mga tao na nag-start sa Usana because of you. If they earn more, you get more bonus. Okay, so that's how it works, right? And then number 4, we have travel incentives, alright? So I know, syempre hindi pa naman open to travel right now, no? Okay, pero ang Usana offers free travels and always yan pag nag-qualify ka. Of course, i-schedule yan ng Usana pagka okay na lahat, di ba? So ang upcoming running incentives natin, travel incentives, number 1 for Maldives, we have for Tokyo, Japan. Okay, we have for Sri Lanka. We have local travel incentives sa Shangri-La Hotel sa Boracay. So, lahat yan, guys, all expenses paid. Right? So, wala kang gagawin dyan. Sagot lahat yan ng Usana. Okay? Number 5 is what we call leadership bonus. Okay? So, how does leadership bonus works? I'm not gonna discuss this in details. Okay? Kasi medyo long shot pa siya, no? Pag pero, just to cut it short, when we talk about leadership bonus, ang minimum niyan, pag gold director na yung account, okay? So pag gold ka, you're gonna get an extra 8,000 pesos every single week. Okay? So that's additional 32,000 pesos per month. Yun yung advantage ng leadership bonus, right? Number 6 is what we call elite bonus naman. So medyo matagal. Kasi ang requirement naman ng elite bonus is kailangan part ka ng top 60 income earner global. Tama? So medyo long talaga to. Okay? Pero, okay, nakakatuwa lang dyan guys. Tingnan mo ha. Yung couple dyan sa slide natin, their name is Mentor Joe and Nathaniel Sunyo. Okay? So sila yung founder ng Next Gen yung team natin. Right? So nakakatuwa lang kasi they just started sa business 10 years ago. Right? Open na dito sa Philippines. So, global kaming tao na nauna sa kanila nag-Usana. Pero check this out. Pumasok sila sa 30 income earner rate. So, ibig sabihin, tama? Pag nag-start ka dito, kahit nauna kami sa'yo, kung masipag at mas magaling ka, pwedeng mas malaki tayo sa amin. Okay? So, that are 6 ways to earn. And then lastly, right, I want to discuss to you in detail yung auto order. Okay? So, listen up because this is where you get your, what we call passive income. Okay, so ito yung main reason kung bakit ako nag-join sa Usana. Kasi dito na po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na in time, kahit hindi mo siya gawin, you're gonna get commissions every single week. Okay, so how does it work? Right? So auto order is basically an additional discount. Tama? Everybody wants an additional discount. Tama ba? Wala namang tatanggi dyan. If you are subscribed on auto order, okay, from members price, kukuha mo pa yung amount, yung price ng product ng less 10% pa. So example, ang first price ng Salsentias is 3,250. 10%, you're only gonna get it ng 2,925. Diba? So, sobrang mura na talaga niya. Okay? Now, ito po, you just have to maintain a minimum of 100 points purchase every month. Okay? That includes yung personal use mo at saka yung retail mo. So, sobrang dali lang yan i-sustain. Okay? Ito yung benefit niya, passive income. So, how does it happen, Mark? Okay? So, guys, listen up, no? This is what I want you to really think of. Okay? Just imagine, you have work right now, fine and well. Okay? Pero let's see, you add on the table right now. Tama? And then you give this 5 years. Now, when I say 5 years, it doesn't have to be years. Okay, yung 5 years na sinasabi ko, na yan, matagal na yan na timeline. Okay, so pwedeng mas mabilis. I got mine in 3 years. Okay, itong sinasabi ko na to. Pero, let's say you give this 5 years, you're doing yung sana part-time. Side hustle lang, on the side lang. Tama? Okay, you have your full-time work. Ito, inaasikaso mo siya, diba? Like 1 hour a day, ganyan. Sideline. Tama? Okay, so check this out. Here's my question. 5 years from now, do you think, okay, you can establish 50 people sa left mo and 50 people sa right after 5 long years? And halo-halo na yan. Users, retailers, and business builders. Tama no? The answer is yes. Why? Because you don't have to know all the people. Hindi nga 50 galing lang yan sa or 3 nakakilala mo. Tama? So exponential kasi yung growth niyan. Actually, pwedeng mas dumami pa yan dyan. Okay, pero check this out. 50 people left and right who's doing auto order, that's automatic 5,000 points left and right. Magkano yung commission mo doon? $1,000. Tama? So that's 53 pesos 1 month, okay, without doing anything. Diba? So, what kind of opportunity? Ask yourself this, yung work mo ba ngayon after 20 years will give you 50,000 pesos, okay, monthly for the rest of your life, kahit hindi ka na magtrabaho for them? If the answer is no, at, diba, wala namang ganun normally, diba? Then, alam mo yun, build your sana business. Okay? Kasi in 5 year time, you can get that 53,000 pesos extra. Okay? So, that is auto order, right? And plus, okay, this is one of the benefit na gustuhan ko sa'yo sana. Everything that you will build is inheritable. Okay, so yung account natin, hindi yan basta mawawala. Okay? Whatever you're gonna establish here, the income, alright, pwede mo yung ipamana, okay, sa mga anak mo. Diba? And that's very big deal for me, no? Kasi na-realize ko, kahit anong laki ng salary ko sa London, the reality is, hindi ko pamana yung position or yung sahod ko sa anak ko. Tama? Okay, hindi siya pwedeng papalit sa akin doon sa ginagawa. Kasi hindi akin yung business eh. Right? Now, with you sana, hindi mo kailangan ito sa kanila how this works. Right? Mamamana at mamamana nila yung account. Alright? So, siya. Right? Now, where do you see yourself? Okay? Now, let me just share to you guys. Right? The product. I want you to yourself as one of the people that's going to use the product. Okay? Why? Not just for you, but for your loved ones. Okay? Pag gamitin mo yung loved ones mo, number 1, ikaw din. Tama? Tulad ng sinasabi ko sa iyo kanina, di ba? The first responsibility natin is to take care of health para hindi tayo magpabigat sa mahal natin sa pay. Tama? Next thing in keeping your body healthy, okay, is one of the best investments that you will make. Kasi pag ikaw nagkasakit, di ba, most people ang mindset nila ganito eh. Gastos lang yan kung magsusupplement ako. Talaga, pag nagkasakit ka, gagastos ka pa din eh. Tama? And if you're gonna take supplementation or quality supplements, 3, 5, 8 years from now, magkakasakit ka pa din. Tama? Or yung family member mo, gagastos ka pa din. So that, gumastos ka for prevention over cure. Tama? Pag prevention, you just keep on working pa din. Di ba, no? So, you're investing on your money-making machine. Now, okay, here's my next encouragement. Don't just be a user. Don't just be a retailer. Okay? Walang yung mayaman sa retailer. Build a business. Okay, as you use the products, help us introduce this to the people that you know that you sana can help them, okay, health-wise, right? And then let us explain this to them, tama? Okay, para yung personal use mo at ng family mo, worst case, kitain mo dito sa negosyo, okay? Hindi na siya manggagaling sa budget mo, right? Does that make sense to you? I hope it's okay. Now, here's the real question: how to start? Okay, so let me explain to you guys how to start. Okay, pero right, I'm going to explain to you is best package and the most expensive option sa iyo sana to get started. Ito yung pinaka-major challenge sa'yo, yung capital, right? I want you to to talk to the person who invited you after work because they can offer a more comfortable option para sa inyo para magmula. Okay? So, here's are the few requirements. Number one, you have to secure an ID number by purchasing that initial amount. Okay? That initial package. Right? So, number two requirements, right, is you have to have a taxation number. Right? So, bakit? This is for your protection because you sign is gonna pay directly sa BIR ng tax mo. Para hindi ka habulin ng BIR pag punta ka ng sa'yo sana. Okay? Second is, you have to be 18 years old and above because the BIR is not gonna issue you a TIN if you're not, will not be in check, will not be in cash ng tao yan. So what will happen is, from Bank of America, direct wire transfer papunta sa bank account mo. Okay? So yun siya. Now, let me explain to you yung package natin, right? So, Susana is a business, guys, no? Meron talaga tayong capital dito, right? So, pero I want you to look at this not as an expense, ha? Gusto kong tignan mo to as a business. Susana is a business, an expense. Okay, hindi po siya gastos. Okay, so this is the best package and the most expensive one, right? So again, kung namamahalan ka dito, to talk to the person who invited you, afterwards, i-discuss niya sa inyo okay, yung much comfortable package para sa inyo, right? So look at this. Pwede niyo siyang screenshot at yung content na products pag nag-start ka using 500 points, right? So that is worth 53,440. Pero if you're gonna add the additional fees na kukuha mo, additional 53,000. So that's gonna be a total 105,000 pesos. Tama? So nandilim na ba yung paningin mo? Di ba? Sisi ka na ba nang umattend dito? Alam mo, feeling na niya sana, kaya lang, mahal, pangit na siya. So guys, again, okay, I want to emphasize, look at this on the perspective of a business. Okay? Let me ask you this question. Gastos ka ng 105,000. Normal lang tayo sanay. Yung naglalabas ka ng pera na babalik, tama? Pero if you're gonna ask people who is really aware kung how much it costs to start a business. Okay, guys, for a business, yung 105,000 pesos, maliit po yan. Tama? Actually, pangdahan lang yan. Diba? So just imagine go ask around how much it costs para mag-start yan ng isang salon. O kaya ng isang water refilling station. O kaya ng isang siomai stand. Diba? No? Sobrang mahal po ng mga yan, right? Computer shop, ang mahal. Hindi nakikita din ngayon yan. Diba? So, nasa 500,000 pesos. Now, if you have that amount of capital, my question is this, yung mga business ba na yun, kikita siya ng 200,000 per month? Diba? Hindi naman. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin? For an opportunity in a business to earn 200,000 pesos per month and having only 105,000 pesos na capital, sobrang liit na po niyan. Okay? Plus, products naman po lahat yan. Pagbenta mo siya, diba? ROI ka na or bawi na yung capital. Correct? And then, the good news is, okay, yung Usana account mo, hindi mo na yung kailangan gastusan, lifetime, magpo-produce na yun ng income for you. Okay, now let me give you a bit of a good news. Okay? You don't have to shell out that large of amount. Hindi mo kailangan maglabas ng 105,000. Okay? You can start mas mababa, discounted po siya. This will only cost you 46,390. Tama? Di ba mas mahal pa yung iPhone mo? Di ba, mas mahal pa yung laptop mo? Correct? Pero, come to think of it, yung iPhone at yung laptop na yan, kahit anong pindot natin dyan, hindi yan maglalabas ng piso. Diba? So, your Usana account can earn you back money. Tama? Okay? Now, you can start with cash or you can use credit card. Of course, every transaction that we do kasi is online. So, ang maganda, pag wala ka namang pera, pero may credit card ka, just think of it, saan mo gagamitin yung credit card mo normally? Di ba gagamitin mo yan sa utang? Card. Anong klaseng utang yon? Normally, ano yung mga utang natin? Straight income? The answer is no. Normally, nagagamit mo yan sa emergency. Importante, pero it's not that it doesn't generate income. Tama? Kasi nagagamit mo yan saan? Sa sale. Diba? Nagsilang Lazada, nagsilang Chaffee, correct? Now, let me give you an idea. How about you use it for business? Diba, So, pag ginawa yung card mo na yan, tama? You don't have to get money from your salary to pay for your card. Okay? Babawiin mo siya sa Usana din. Di ba? Mo ginamit yung credit card. Make sense? Okay? So, again, discuss this with the one who invited you, right? And then lastly, I want to explain this to you. Okay? Smart decisioning. So, how does it work? This will be of your benefit if you're gonna start right away. Okay? So, you can decide after a year. You can decide after a month. You can decide after a week, or you can decide tomorrow, pwede ding tonight. Which better, you decide tonight. Okay, bakit? Look at this. This is that gray circle that's represents yung account ng tao na nag-invite sa'yo. Tama? Okay, now here's my question. Ikaw lang ba yung schedule niya for the webinars? Di ba hindi? Okay, meaning to say, may iba pa yung nakaschedule. Tama? Now look at this. That yellow circle that says you represents the ID number that you can secure tonight. And then that blue circle that says Jill represents the ID number that you can get tomorrow. Okay, so what's my point? If you start tomorrow, you will be under the yellow circle na pwedeng may nakakuha magabi. Or pwede namang ikaw kumuha ng ID number na yan, tapos yung mag-judge, okay, and that the person will get that blue ID number, kahit hindi mo yan contact, look at that, automatic, under mo na siya. Okay? And those blue circles na nasa ilalim ni Jill represents her future sales. Represents her market na hindi manggagaling sa'yo, pero kung naunahan mo siya, 100% yan, mag-credit yan sa account mo. Okay? Nagets mo? Again, discuss this further with the person na nag-invite sa'yo. Okay? So, one more illustration. Your sponsor, you decide now, you get that green ID number. You decide later, you get that red ID number. Okay? Pero the most important thing is you decide. Tama? Tapos last tip ko po sa inyo, okay, I would like to encourage everyone na naka-attend ng webinar natin, please decide for your own. Okay? Decide ka sa sarili mo. Most people kasi, I know you have a lot of people in mind na gusto mo i-consult pa and all. Okay, pero let's ask this. Ang magde-decide ba kung mag-start ka sa iyo sana is yung tao na mas madami ka pang information na alam? Or ikaw na makakaintindi. Okay? Pero if you really need the approval of that person, I suggest you invite them and attend another webinar na kasama naman sila. Okay? So yun lang guys. I hope madami kayong natutunan dito sa webinar natin. I'm looking for na makasama kayo dito sa team. Okay? So if you have more questions, talk to the person who invited you. Alright? Thank you guys and God bless.
So, okay guys. So, that's our webinar for this afternoon. Like said, di ba? So, huwag nyo kalimutan kausapin yung nag-invite sa inyo. They have a plan for you from this webinar, di ba? Huwag kayong hindi papayag na hindi kayo kausapin. Okay? So, that's it for this afternoon. Thank you, God bless, and keep safe everyone.